I've spent the last decade coaching men through separation, divorce, and emotional shutdowns. And do you know what pattern I've seen in over 90% of the cases? Their wife wasn't choosing divorce. Her nervous system already had. And what I'm about to show you is a science-based process that's helped thousands of men reset that pattern and reignite connection with the woman they thought they had already lost. And by the end of the video, I'll give you a 4-step practical framework that you can start using today to shift her out of defensive mode so she starts opening up, trusting you again, and actually wanting to be close to you. So let's jump in. Now, before we go any further, I need to say something that it might sting a little bit, okay? But you gotta hear it because I wanna give you the truth because you can only move forward successfully with truth. It's not that she doesn't want you, it's her body, okay? It's not her conscious mind, it's her neurology, her DNA. There is a difference. That this explains the back and forth nature she has with you. You see, there's her soul and heart, which want you, but her body is the one that flinches before you even speak and shuts down before you even show up. So if you want to reconnect with her, you have to stop triggering the version of you her nervous system still expects. So I call this the reflex break. Now, to understand how to shift that, you must first understand the science behind it. The first part is the loop that drives disconnection. Now, it's one of the most painful parts of this. The coldness, the dismissive eye rolls, her shutting down, her shutting you out, despite all of your efforts. So beneath the surface, her body doesn't want to feel safe enough to respond. Emma McAdam from Therapy in a Nutshell explains this in her breakdown of somatic experiencing. She talks about how the body holds onto stress and past pain, and how real healing only really begins from the nervous system and really how it learns to calm down again, especially with women who are more intuitive and connected to their bodies than us most men.
She says, your nervous system does not function through thoughts, it functions through feelings. And when I say feelings, I don't mean just emotions, I mean sensations, physical reactions. So the fight, flight, freeze response is that activating, alerting reaction that, oh my gosh, there's something the matter, there's danger, we need to take action.
That's why she shuts down or pulls away. It's not personal, it's primal. Her body is reacting to a threat, right? It remembers, not a man who's trying to love her better, okay? Now, Irene Lyon, a nervous system expert and somatic practitioner, puts it this way.
She's like, the body tells a story, and it seems to be what you're saying as well, that the body has a memory. You know, these things get stored on some level.
They do. The body has intricate, implicit, we would call it memory. And that is what it's called, implicit memories. And there's different types.
You see, if you were defensive, apologetic, always trying to fix things, right, or explain yourself, use rationality to her emotions, logic to emotions don't mix well, the version of you that got locked in, it only made things worse because you're probably chasing her right now. Not even physically, but just emotionally, always thinking about her, obsessing what she's gonna say to you, waiting to see what the right text you should respond is, okay? You're trying to make her feel okay before you feel good. And you're trying to make her feel that whole. I get it, you're scared. You're scared of losing her, you're scared of losing the family. But that fear, it turns into pressure that she feels unsafe around. And even though it comes from love, it's too much for her. And so she'll pull away naturally. And so the cycle between you and her just gets even stronger, okay? Even if you've started the change, her body still expects the old you, right? Because it looks the same, right? To break that cycle, you have to understand this. She's not rejecting you. She's rejecting the version of you her body still remembers. So of course, how do you change that? Well, that's what this next part, the reflex break, is gonna talk about. It is a shift in how you show up to her, okay? It triggers her body differently by the way your nonverbals are and the way you just show up in your energy, okay? This is one of those things that is simple to know, but hard to execute on successfully over time. You have to learn to stop reacting to her. You know those moments you get locked into fear? Well, your own nervous system wants to fix things because that's your go-to response since childhood. So it reacts, it uses logic, it justifies, it blames, it shuts down. Instead, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna pause. Then pause some more. Breathe deeply and relax, let go, release, calm down. And then ask yourself, instead of reacting from fear, what do you want from the situation? Visualize it and act from there. It's like emotional judo. Instead of meeting force with force, you step aside. Her energy moves toward you, expecting the old reaction, defensive, emotional, over panicking, but you don't react. You redirect it, you pause, you calm down, and it throws her off balance just enough for her body to go, this is different. This guy is different. He's reacting differently. You let her feel that space. Not only in how you pause and not react, but you have to be strong enough to give her the physical space too, okay? One of my clients, Bob, he made a big breakthrough in his marriage when he grasped the importance of correct space.
The best thing that happened is I went to to where I didn't talk to her for 3 or 4 days. And I didn't. And what was interesting, Josh, is that as time goes on, I got so involved in the program that I was okay. That was the biggest thing that came out of it. I was okay. And I even came to the point, and you even addressed this, where some of the guys think that they maybe want to go out to somewhere else. That crossed my head. I mean, I'm like, are you crazy? And then you addressed it. It was like, okay, let's calm that tiger down. And then we just kept working and talking to Tom, and no more CLs. I just talked. I backed off.
Because that space creates the curiosity. Because for the first time in a long time, she's not getting the version of you she's used to. Now, psychologists actually call this expectancy violation. It's what happens when the brain expects one thing and gets something completely different. Now, there's a well-known study called the still face experiment. When a mother engages with her baby and then suddenly just goes completely unresponsive, the baby, you can see, immediately becomes just agitated, trying to get the attention of her mom. The baby uses all the potential cues it can, like lighting up, using its hand, everything, right? And when those don't work, just something automatic kicks in. That pause, that space, it forces a shift in the baby's system. It shows how deeply we're wired to expect a response and how powerful it can be when the response doesn't come. You see, the moment you give space by not reacting and by not being the over-eager version of you that's trying to get her attention, her validation, the need for, I just need her to understand me. I need her to work through this with me, right? But when you stop that truly, genuinely, it creates a curiosity. The space creates this curiosity, and curiosity then leads into attraction and desire and wanting again, which is the intimacy and connection you're looking for. It all starts with that correct space. You're probably already a different guy than the guy she's seeing you as. So the question is, how do you fully break into this reflex break? Well, I mentioned space and being unreactive, but it's also more than that. There's another piece to this puzzle. It takes structure and intention, a new kind of discipline. And that's what the third part of this is going to show you. You have to rewire your pattern to reset hers. Now, you can achieve the reflex break with a 4-step rest framework. But this isn't a one-time change. You see, you have to slowly rebuild yourself and rewire her somatic memory of you. And it's not that work when you use this 4-step system, because it becomes automatic for you. You don't have to constantly think about it. The R stands for recognizing the reflex loop. So start to notice all those moments you're being pulled into the old dynamic. Okay, whether you're chasing, you're feeling that anxiety, right? You're constantly ruminating about her feelings. Now imagine she had a stressful day at work, okay? She walks into the door, she drops her bag, and the first thing she sees is just a cluttered table that you said you were gonna clean up, right? And she just unloads on you, right? Her tone is just bitter and just venom coming out of her mouth, okay? You can feel the disrespect pouring out of her. You're ready to justify, to push back, to explain, whatever it is. That's your reflex, that's your reaction. And if you don't break that, neither can she. As Dr. Van der Kolk says in his Body Keeps a Score, your nervous system learns through repetition, not logic. Okay, the body remembers patterns. And even when the mind is trying to change, that's why these moments feel automatic. You're not choosing to react. You're running a reflex your nervous system memorized years and years ago, okay, to survive in the original environment. But by recognizing what it is, then you can change it. The awareness is the 80-20 rule in terms of changing who you are and getting what you want. It's just this awareness piece, okay, and changing that pattern. Now the E is to exhale into presence, okay? Use the breath to reset your nervous system. Slower, deeper, grounded. Remember, the goal isn't calming her, it is calming yourself, because when you're calm and unreactive, you can hold that space, she will follow in her feminine frame. She can feel when you're rooted in yourself, when you're unmoved, okay? Now, one of our clients, Marcin, described how quickly he used to spiral out when his wife would react to him.
Because before, the biggest thing was, as soon as she got angry, as soon as she got upset and started throwing these things at me, as soon as I started getting worried or thing, I'd be falling into, like, how do you say it? Falling into her frame. Don't let it absorb you, because it's, at the end of the day, it's absorbing your energy and it's taking you, and you end up, falling into her frame, as he put it.
He was reacting to her mood instead of holding his own. Now that was his old reflex. Marcin broke it through consistent meditation, training himself to pause, to breathe and stay grounded, even when she got upset, questioned him, or tried to pull him back into his old patterns. It's like you guys are dancing together. You need new dance moves.
What skills were developed when you were meditating? Like, how did that help you with your wife?
That massively, the pauses, the stop, as soon as she starts going off and everything like that, and little arguments and little tests and everything like that is learning not to react. Like you stop, and you've got your frame, and you sit in your frame. You're still happy. You don't let her mood change your mood, because as soon as you let her mood change yours, you've basically falling into her frame. You've got your own thing. You are you, and being doing meditation, it helps you. It really does help.
That's what presence looks like, and she feels the stability and calm in her nerves. Okay, her DNA. All right. But just as Marston discovered, presence alone is not enough. It's not just about how you breathe when things are heated. It's also about how you carry yourself when she's distant. Okay, when she's testing you, when you're alone by yourself, your mind starts racing of all the things that could be going on. Is she talking to someone else? What is she doing? All this stuff. That's when the deeper shift happens. And most guys, they need a community and other people to help them through those alone times to not go back in old patterns. That's why you can set up a call with our team down below to get a free strategy call. So I'd recommend doing that. The S stands for surrender the outcome. This is where a lot of guys get stuck. Even when they stop reacting on the surface, deep down, they're still gripping to the outcome, right? They're trying to really steer her emotions subtly and subconsciously, still hoping that if they do the right thing, if they say the right thing, okay, she'll come back. But that energy, that attachment she feels, and that is what is needy, okay? That's manipulative, and it's not even completely overt to her. It is a subversive, like, intuition that she has, right? She can pick up on the energy. She really can. I know it's not logical, but it's an emotional feeling that she has. Imagine that she has this like internal tuning fork, and like the slightest hit of the wrong direction, the wrong vibrational frequency, she can feel it from you. That's why like you could say the same words to her, but if you're coming from a place of lack versus being full, she will respond completely differently. That's how much power you actually have. And the paradox is that once you let go of the need for her and you truly step into like, I am good without her. I want her in my life, but I am truly good without her. This is the attraction paradox we talk about. That is when she comes back. You can see every single guy, every single testimonial we have, there's always a moment when I'm interviewing the guy where when he finally let go, she noticed and then she came back. Because this is the guy that you were when you met her, wasn't it? You didn't need her in your life. There's probably a moment when you're first starting dating her and you're like, yeah, she's great, but like, I'm also good. And she felt that. She wanted to join that party, right? The party that was already raging, having fun without her. That's what you need to cultivate again, because you became dependent over the years on her for your own sense of validation, for your own sense of all these needs that you think only she can meet, but that's not the case. Now, there's a study on mindfulness about letting go, okay? Researchers found that the biggest breakthrough didn't come from solving the problem, but from letting go of the need to solve it, okay? The moment people stopped trying to control the outcome, their nervous system shifted. They moved from stress and reactivity to presence and clarity. And that internal shift, it doesn't just stay inside you, it begins to ripple outward, all right? Now, this is the paradox, okay? By saying that you need her in your life to be happy, you're admitting that you're empty, and a woman only goes with a full man. You see what I mean? So the moment you can step back into just being good with you, it is the most magnetic, beautiful thing, and she will come back because her DNA, her nervous system will feel the sense of safety she would have with you. Now, the T is for to transmit leadership. The final step is about leading yourself quietly without needing her to follow. You see, when you detach and turn your focus back on your path, your goals, your kids, your health, your mission, you're not reacting, right? You're putting something above her, okay? You're directing. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. That's from Howard Truman. Now, why is this so important? Because she doesn't ever want to come first. She doesn't. I know you may be thinking she does based on the things she's complained about in the past. She needs to know that you can be okay without her, as I just said. You have to find this reason for being, as a man, higher than yourself, how you serve the world. It could be your career, but right now you're making her your God because you're telling yourself, I need her back to be happy. She's the one puzzle piece that I'm missing and then everything will be okay again. Don't you see through that analogy that shows that you're empty, that you're missing something? She has been given this gift to you to show you like you have been missing something. And she wants you to be a full man. She needs you to step up and be a full man without her. Her soul wants you, as I said before, but she can only be with you when you make her feel safe, and when you can only make her feel safe when you don't need her and put her on that pedestal, okay? Okay, I think I've emphasized this point definitely enough. Now, if you want to check out the story of one of the full clients we just talked about, there's a video right here about him. Again, you can set up a call with a marriage evaluator down below, but just make sure you are fully committed to investing in yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.